can't quit you. You know that. All right. Ugh. Sorry, I got my blanket here. Saw that warning pop and knew it was time to come over and say hi yet again. Let's take a look at the warning text. This is mainly a wind warning here. Severe thunderstorm warning for wind. They did not add a tornado possible tag, so that's good. But a severe thunderstorm was located near Gardner, 7 miles southwest of Boyce, moving east at 55. This is a radar indicated hazard. This is going to be near Ball, Labousse, Tioga, Timber Trails, Essler, Kingsville, Alexandria International Airport, Pineville, Boyce, Alexandria, Holloway, Paradise, and DeVille. This warning goes until 8:45 p.m. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. It looks like that warning, what did they do there? Did they trim that back? Well, that's weird. Could have sworn that thing was, yeah, it was all the way across. That's very weird. Weird things are happening, but there is a severe thunderstorm warning, at least for this area. I think it goes and includes the whole rest of the area. Let me see. I'm going to ask them in the chat real quick. Gotta find this stuff out. You can see that lightning popping up there. Let's let me go over and take a look at the Alexandria camera. Sorry for the pause there. Gotta just take care of business on that stuff as it's happening. So I'm gonna make sure we're pointed the right way on this camera, as I have them all pointed the right way typically. So actually I'm gonna go a little further northwest on this one. So we can get a good look at this one. But yeah, that's the storm right there. This is right over Boyce, and you're no doubt hearing the thunder rocking and rolling there. A lot of lightning there. Just a quick count, 339 strikes in this screen view. So from that storm right there, actually more like 400 plus because we didn't include the whole storm. But you know, so you know that, you know, there's a ton of lightning with it. I'm going to go in and take a look at the velocity data because there was a little bit of something showing up there. You can see what I'm talking about. It's not the strongest thing we've ever seen. But over the last few frames was just kind of what they see that kind of looked a little weird there. That could be a nice little surge of wind coming out of this. And you can see again how that started off like that and that warning shrunk back. So I am asking them if that's me or them. If it's me, well, so be it. All right, let me see. I want to see which camera that is. Okay. All right, so looking to the northwest on the camera, I'm just glancing here. Now, I do see a lot of lightning popping there. Let's see. That was us. Aha. They did that. He misjudged the direction of the strong winds. It was developing eastward, but the cell itself is moving north-northeast, so he cut it back. Okay, I was wondering kind of why it shot that far across. That makes sense. Okay, let me reply. Got to be nice. I mean, I am nice. And I mean it. All right, so that is the severe thunderstorm warning. Does not include Alexandria. So that was that was just a little technical glitch there. So that's all right. This warning covers an area out here around Boyce, Wilda, Crane, Gardner. This is near Coteal Lake. Zoom in on some streets. Hot Wells. Well, Hot Wells isn't a street, I guess. I think there is Hot Wells Road, though. Hoyt Road, Ward Road, Teakle Road, St. Clair Road, Browns Creek Road, Highway 121. That's where this is all coming over right here. That's where the worst of this storm is about to be. And this is going to cross over I-49 and Highway 1. It's already there in a lot of areas, but the worst of that part of the storm is going to be crossing over there fairly shortly. So I just had this nightmare that my audio was off and I don't have comments up, so I wouldn't know. That wouldn't be good. That storm right there, again, this is your actual warning here. This is a smaller version, and that's encouraging to see. I was wondering again why it was that far out, but there will be more storms. You know, again, we've been watching that front and how it's pushing through the area. That storm right there, there's your front, and this is basically, this one's right along the front. So this does have that potential for not only severe weather, but you could see a spin-up tornado there. And now we're kind of watching this line to see all these little waves and kinks and see if we get anything going there. And that's, let's see, hold on. I just saw a little little something by the radar, but I don't think that was anything to worry about too much. Not seeing any sort of debris or anything. I didn't think we would, but we are seeing some strong winds out of this most likely. That's going to be your most likely threat with this. And see, that's why I don't throw them under the bus. They said, thanks for not throwing me under the bus. I'm watching your live. I love you guys. You know I'd never do that. You let me release a weather balloon. You know I have a blast with that. Hoyt Road, lightning dwindling, no wind. Awesome. That's good to hear. We want these reports. All right. Yeah, bad in Colfax. I'll bet. I mean, that's the thing. These storms, the severity is not high in the sense that we're not seeing hail larger than quarters. We're not seeing reports of wind over 60. We're not seeing tornadoes. But these storms, severe or not, they're producing 1,280 strikes of lightning in the last 15 minutes. We go out to the big view. We're at about 2,300 still. So, and then, on the backside, just for fun, we got winter storm warnings up here in Hale County, Texas. So we've got quite a dynamic system. I mean, here we are in April, and we're talking snow down to Lubbock and Brownfield, Texas. It happens. It gets wild out there, and it's about to get wild here, though the threat for severe, I think, it's going to be a little more muted than I had earlier thought. It's still going to be very loud. We're still watching these storms that are forming right along the boundary. And anything right on that line right here, that's what we're going to be looking for. That's what we're going to be looking for, any sort of little spin-ups or anything like that. But for now, the supercells, possibly that we're going to form out ahead of it. These, if we've seen cells form right out ahead of the line, they've quickly merged with it. And that's, again, when we could see a little bit of a spin up there, but so far we are not seeing that. So we had that warning pop up. I wanted to jump on and say hi, how you doing? Ease your mind. Eola is watching. There's an Eolia in Missouri. So here's what I think. And I'll show you this, and then I'll get going again. I've had a lot of quick jump-ins tonight. Man, that lightning on that camera is going nuts. I got to look and see. I think that's, I thought that was Toledo, but that one wouldn't be going that crazy. Yeah, we'll work on that later. Anyway, no, that wouldn't be them because they have, there's a lot of lights out there. Probably Natchitoches. That would make way more sense. So here's your front. It's been moving eastward about 18 to 20 miles per hour. Let me draw the line. It's easy to pick it out. I think you can see it. So this is roughly that boundary that's moving through, just crossed the radar sight. Behind this, you'll cool off probably about 10 degrees in about an hour. Dew points fall down about 10 degrees. So you're going to still have instability aloft above the ground. It's not based near the surface. Out here, you have surface-based instability. But when we go back to reflectivity, you can see most of the storms are along and behind that boundary. So the air mass gets lifted, the storm develops, and the storm itself is actually along and behind the boundary. You could certainly see, those right along that front, right where that wind shift is. You can see some spin up tornadoes, but we have not seen that yet. I don't think there's a high probability for this. I don't know if they're going to expand the tornado watch. I'm leaning toward no, just given by what we're seeing right now. And you can see out here in that free, open, warm sector, all kinds of instability. But if you don't have a thunderstorm to tap into it, you're not going to have severe weather because you don't have a severe thunderstorm. Seems simple, but that's why we sometimes call it a conditional threat. Let's just go to the Natchitoches camera because it keeps yelling at me up there. That lightning is going crazy up there. All right, let's check it. Check this one out. West-northwesterly winds again, 62, dew point 61. There is a severe threat. There's not a tornado threat at this point with that area because they have that wind from the west and northwest right now. So a lot of lightning, very loud. This storm is not one you want to be out driving in just because who wants to drive in that kind of stuff? I'm not saying you can't make it. I'm just saying if you don't have to, don't go out, and you don't need to. But it's going to get a lot cooler behind this too. So 62 now. When we're looking out into Texas again, we have winter storm warnings. We have all kinds of crazy cold coming down that way, and we're going to be highs in the low to mid 60s the next couple of days with overnight lows in the 40s. So it's going to feel a little wintry. But that lightning was really flashing and going nuts. And then, of course, you start watching it on the camera and it just turns into a rainy evening. I'll give you 5 more seconds, Natchitoches. And other than that, we'll go back to the radar, take one last spin around that, and I will, once again, step away or sit away, push away. All right, no lightning for us. Well, there you go. See? I knew it would happen. All right. I never lost faith there. All right, so I'll take the front away. That warning goes until 8:45, so that's 24 more minutes. I think that could stand the test of time on that one. And this one right here near the radar site, that one is is getting pretty intense. Let me see what the lightning's been doing on that one. A little bit of an increase there. There goes that. More lightning back here, way behind the front. Very loud out there around Burr Ferry, Evans, that area. But the severe threat is going to be much lower because you're in that cooler side, that more stable side. So let's put it in motion. There goes storm. Oh, looks like our warning's gone now. It's canceled. All right, it's gone. Hey, happy day. All right, I'll be watching this storm and anything right along that front side of the line, but fortunately we're not seeing these pop out ahead of this, so looks like a better night than we were thinking, and maybe an earlier night, even better. All right, I'll see you back here in a bit.
No matter the weather, Alexandria Emergency Hospital is always here for you. Rain